Hey y'all, welcome to our South Georgia garden. Well, it's not a beautiful day, it's actually a very cold day here in South Georgia. It's almost noon, very cloudy sky, very cold temperatures. We're in the upper 30s right now and expected to drop down into the teens overnight with a wintry mix included in that forecast. Belinda's inside cooking some things and taking care of some things indoors, and I've come outside to quickly take care of some chores before this freeze hits us. There's some things that have to be done before we get down into these freezing temperatures. Some things to prepare and some things that are just smart to do. So I thought I'd take you along on this little journey. It's going to be a quick one. So come along with me as I prepare for the winter storm. Well, let's go get her done. Here alongside our back porch, we have planted a Meyer lemon, a gardenia, and a key lime tree. We planted them in the ground this year. This is their first season in the ground. They were in pots. We planted them in the ground, and I've covered them now with a frost blanket. They've been in the ground since fall. But with this freeze coming, made sure they were watered well, which is a good thing to do. And then I've covered them with a frost blanket, and I've weighted that blanket down with some brick to keep any wind from blowing it off. So hopefully they'll weather well. These citrus trees, not so much the gardenia, but the citrus trees will really suffer if they get those freezing temperatures and that wintry mix on them. So hopefully this will help them survive. Also, right along this wall, you can see we have a hose link. I've disconnected it. All the water's been drained out of it. We also have a spigot here. And on this spigot, you can see an attachment there. And that attachment is called a freeze mizer. I'll put up a picture of it, this package, and if you want to look it up and see, maybe it's something you could use. I found it at one of the local hardware stores. When the temperature drops down close to freezing, it will begin to drip. And it will drip slowly. I'm turning the water on now. Okay, it will drip until the temperature gets up to 37 degrees. Then it will stop dripping. I've used this now for the second year, and it seems to work really well. And this freeze mizer is a neat little invention. I researched it, found out some people in places where it routinely drops below zero out in the Midwest and northern tier states in the Midwest, they use it, and I've used it now for 2 years. You turn the water on and it does fine. Nothing's flowing, water is on, but when it drops down to freezing, it will begin to drip. I've got a 5-gallon bucket underneath it. And here I've gotten to the pump house. We have a well on our property, deep well, and a pump house is good to kind of keep it a little warm. But now what I need to do is turn on the light in the pump house. And I have a light. It cannot be an LED light. It has to be an old incandescent light. And it's focused right on that pump head, just to keep the temperatures a little bit above freezing, maybe. But I've also wrapped the pipes in insulation to keep them from freezing. As you can see in this little set in place by our house, just behind this sago palm, we have a hose link. I've disconnected it, drained water out of it. Both ends are open, so that if anything in it freezes, it won't damage the hose link. There along the back wall is a spigot And on that spigot, I'm going to place this insulated cover. It sits too close to the ground for me to put a freeze mizer on it. And I've just attached that insulated cover over that spigot to keep it from freezing. Another thing you can do to protect a sensitive plant is to place a black nursery pot or bucket over it. The sensitive plant is that one where the leaves have all turned brown. They've been frozen back, but the plant should be fine. Watered it well, and I'm going to take that nursery pot that's sitting next to it, has the rocks and brick on it, place it over top of it to keep that plant from freezing. Just don't want it to freeze solid with these temperatures coming. One other precaution you can take is bringing plants in. Here are some plants that we have recently potted up, we bought, and we didn't want to put in the ground until after the cold weather was past us, the freezing temperatures. So we potted them up, brought them in the garage where it'll be warmer and they'll be safe from this winter weather, freezing weather that's coming our way.
Well, Belinda, it's quite cold outside.
Yeah, I know you had quite a few chores that you had to get done, but
I certainly did, but I'm glad we're both inside now.
Yeah, I was glad I got to spend some time in. Was taking care of doing some cooking and some baking. You probably can smell my apple crisp.
Oh, it smells delicious.
Trying to get a little bit of things cooked just in case we have some power outages. Even though we do have a generator, we don't want to just have to run it all the time.
That's true, we don't. And it is nice to have some things already made up that you just dip up and eat. And that apple crisp is making my mouth water.
And it's nice then to know you can just kind of get cozy and be spending some time inside. But you did go check on one of our neighbors, didn't you?
I did. One of our neighbors who is having some health issues right now and not able to make sure that his pipes and just winterizing his things. So I went over and took care of his pump house.
Right. And it's always good for us to check on neighbors and family and sort of, as my daddy would say, go hope them out.
Yes, and he hoped us out a lot, didn't he?
He did. We'd kind of laugh when he would say that. That was just a country way of saying, let's go hope them out. And it's nice to be able to help people when you can.
Certainly is. You never know when you're going to need you're the one who's going to need the help.
Right. So I think we'll just kind of get cozy here and maybe watch some of our gardening friends on some of their videos.
Great idea, Belinda. What better way to spend a wintry, actually we're supposed to get a wintry mix, aren't we? So kind of have something warm to eat, turn on some garden shows and watch some of our friends.
I think that's what we're going to do, especially if this cold weather lingers. We'll just watch some garden videos, even if we just do some reruns.
That's right.
Yes, Mark, you'd already gotten the fireplace going, and I'd actually already turned on the TV and was starting to watch Gardening on the West Fork with Teresa.
Yes, one of our gardening friends that we enjoy watching. She's in West Virginia, and I was born in West Virginia, so it's interesting to watch what goes on in her beautiful garden.
Right, and even though she and other gardeners that we watch are in different climates or different areas, we always get some information that we can use in our gardens.
Information and inspiration.
And definitely inspiration. So if you haven't checked out Gardening on the West Fork with Teresa, that might be one you'd like to try during this cold snap.
Certainly. And as you can see, the one that we're watching is certainly not right now in January. So it's good to watch some gardening shows from the past when things are blooming and growing beautifully.
Yeah, kind of from the olden days. We call those things reruns, don't we?
We certainly do. And I think we still call them reruns.
We do. We enjoy watching the reruns.
Well, Belinda, it's still early afternoon, but it is too cold outside to be out piddling in the garden or playing in the dirt. In fact, it looks like there's a mist starting to fall out there.
Yes, they've predicted that. Either sleety rain or maybe some snow might fall A little bit of snow.
A little bit of snow. They're saying a wintry mix turning to snow as we move on through the afternoon.
Right. So maybe you are farther up north and you've already had snow and you're maybe kind of chuckling at us as we prepare for our cold weather. But since we don't have it very often, there are some different things we have to do to be ready.
Yes, there are. And if we do get any snow, it's going to be so unusual to have snow 2 years in a row in South Georgia. We typically don't get snow. In fact, if you've seen one of our other videos about South Georgia snow, it comes in the form of cotton fields typically.
Right, and as we said, this time last year we weren't even able to be in our house, but we did get snow. And so it'll be, I guess, maybe a little amusing to see the snow if it does come.
Or amusing for some of you to watch how we deal with snow in South Georgia.
Yes, so it was not, as you said, going to be a good time to be on the porch with sweet tea. So I think we'll just have some, I'd like my hot tea.
And I've been looking forward to this cup of coffee since I came in from winterizing things outside. So I'm ready to sip some hot coffee.
So we hope that you will stay safe and stay warm and just maybe snuggle up inside and watch some garden videos. That's what we're going to do.
Yes. Cheers from our South Georgia garden.
And hopefully, friends, we'll all stay safe and stay warm.